Shit. Bollocks, I've been talking the whole time. Hello everybody. I've been bastard commentating for the old bloody lap. Thank you, Dylan. Appreciate that, critics. The rest of you are bastards. None of you said a word. But I do hope that everybody is okay through the tube entering the loop line. Kryptonite has already come through. We are going to flick on to Kryptonite. Here it's a clean opportunity to do so. Critics, you're the only one that missed my voice. But no, I do apologise for that. I was properly going for it. Kryptonite, nice and aggressive over the curbs. Nicely warmed up. And again, I would like to now, as I'm now live on mic, hello and welcome to the stream, everybody. Sorry about that slight technical hiccup. Thank you, critics, or Dylan, for pointing that out. And we will now be into the action between Kryptonite and Syrod. It is the third round of the winner's bracket. Tony unfortunately did have to withdraw from the competition due to work commitments. Kryptonite had been fully available and up for the match throughout the 2-week period, so it was going to have to be handed to him in that situation anyway, should that be the case. Going again, nice and aggressive. I say again, you didn't hear me say it last time, but he's gone nice and aggressive on that right side, collecting the banked platform and the nice drive down the side. Dylan was about to start commentating on himself, and you can see there Kryptonite noticing he maybe didn't quite have the speed. Oh, a nasty brick into the tube wall. Gonna have to adjust the line. Syrod does come flying by. Now, I didn't see any talk about bricking in the thingy, so we will leave that down to the competitors. Kryptonite really back up to speed, got really good speed out of the exit, starting to limit that damage, maybe even close back in. We will stay here, nice and smooth over the curbs, just missed that curb on the entry to the tube. Lovely line through the boost. Syrod is maintaining the lead at a nice distance, and hello my man Ventura. I will make sure I run through all of my hellos in just a moment or two after this race, having missed it all at the beginning with the muted mic. Syrod through, and now I do have Syrod's stream up as well, so if any of you guys do too, I can do a bit of like joint commentary. He is a little further behind me, but it does mean I can catch anything significant and then relay the information back nice and smooth. Nice and clean into the loop. Syrod still just maintaining the lead. It does appear to be diminishing, but there's not a lot of the track remaining through the loop lines. It's definitely closing, but is there going to be enough? It's getting tense. Over the curbs, nice and smooth, just adjust past that barrier. Doesn't quite clip the boost, but again with this aggressive line, we see Syrod just extends it out, the nose pointing down just to get that little bit of extra distance and height out of the jump, making sure he clears it with both wheels, drifting back to the right. Syrod got over it clean. Kryptonite 2. Oh, Syrod got good drive down the hill, good brake boost. The D8 did try to brick again there on the entrance into the tube. It does look like Syrod's going to be able to hold here. Through the tube line. The gap does and is closing, but not enough of the track remaining. At this point, I will leave it up to a little bit of a conversation between the guys, but for now, we will call that 1-0. Hello, Scar. But there may potentially be a little rerun there. I know, depending on scenario and circumstances, that is the way we do. Let me run through everything here. We've got the Lazy Rescue, Kryptonite, Dylan Nacho, Ian, and my man Ventura and Scar. I hope you're all doing fantastically well, and everybody else that is just there quietly watching in the background. I hope you're all having a fantastic afternoon, evening, or night, morning, wherever you are. And I hope it continues that way. We are now into Maze Bank. There was the thumbs up from both, so it didn't look like anything there from Kryptonite to suggest anything so far. There's been no message in our thread. Timer is ticking. 1 second. Maze Bank is Syrod's choice. Gauntlet in the City, Spinner and Green Machine are Kryptonite. And we have East Coast, Canyon Crossing, H200 and Maze Bank for Syrod. Little tap of the horn from both. Really nice to hear. Pull back over to the chat. Hey, my man, how you doing? Azzy and new boys, my guys. Hope you're both doing really well. Kryptonite just runs a little wide early into the tube. The back end of the GTO kicked out. Did catch the tube wall. Back up speed quickly with a clean tube exit though, and the gap, you can see it. Syrod just breaching the top of the hill as Kryptonite hits the bottom. Began his ascent, clean over the curb, smooth into the tube. Now, just now we will stick with Kryptonite through the first set of tubes, and depending on the distance, see where the race lies, maybe switch on to Syrod. You can see Kryptonite carried a little bit more speed and distance out of the tube, did shorten the gap just a little bit with that little bit more speed. Lovely brake boost after the slight collision with the red wall to straighten up, really clean. Feathering the throttle, not taking the risk with the overpass. Very smart decision, but did lose a touch of time. Syrod, nice, through the tube, pulls down and round the line. Good, clean. Syrod's had a bad entrance, maybe a slight clipping and bricking issue himself, but that maybe evens it all up. Both have chosen a couple of tracks that can have the potential to brick. They know the risks, and like I said, didn't see any discussion in the chat. Kryptonite is into the lead. We are going to pull back here to Syrod. I believe we will be able to see both, and then we'll spend the final lap with the lead should the distance just be around this to a bit further. Lovely loop line from Syrod, just pulled up a little bit, making sure he stayed away from the edge of the track. Through, good and clean. Getting himself over the curbs. Like the engine revs did seem to have dropped down as he was coming through the corners, but really cranked back up through the tube line. Kryptonite just lands inside the checkpoint. Syrod just before the car, though, with the damage just bucking up slightly on the landing. Through the corner, uses the overpass to get down to the track nice and quick. Looked like he got a good brake boost over that slanty bit of track curb. Pulls through the line nice and clean. Our camera beginning to vibrate just a touch, signifying a heavy boost. Nice and clean into the tube, very aggressive. Down the centre, getting the angle of the car to limit the bricking, nice and tidy. Kryptonite, though, you can see just going past that pin, pulling back to the right to extend into the corner, clean as you like. Syrod matching it, but Kryptonite has just edged away. We saw a 54.048 and a 56.209. That's down to a 150.177 to a 151.577. So around 2 seconds between the two. Once Syrod's through this corner and heading up the hill, I don't want anything but a straight to be on the distraction there on the swap. Let me also quickly, as Kryptonite's coming through the tube line tidy and clean. Excellent little dab of the brakes as he comes to the top of the tube, and you can see he was on the slanty part of the tube, didn't go straight out of it, just allowed just a touch of the height to be naturally taken away as he drifted out of the tube down from the left side to the middle point. Nicely into the first tube, just below that midline, and back down, making sure he's out for the exit and not getting hung up in that wall. I'd so often get caught in and pulling down. Oh, the brick into the tube, caught quickly. Syrod right on his ass, coming through behind. That's a brick from both. And Syrod again, just inching into the lead. Nice corner, good brake boost. Kryptonite closing back in, gets through and into the lead. Whew. Syrod did just miss the checkpoint. That was really nicely handled, and just put the bit between his teeth there and made sure he got himself back into the race, back up to speed as quickly as he could through the tube, and then managed to catch back up, catching that nice brake boost off that first bump around that first left. And that really allowed him the higher revs to pull back through. Take the race back. That is, I guess with that, both did have a brick, so the race was decided cleanly in the end. So that does bring it very clearly, at least to 1-1. And like I say, it does look as though it's all clear on green machine. Had no message. Hello, Jake, my man. Hope doing really well. Again, I hope everybody is as well. We are heading in to Spinner. And in between the two races, I will grab Kryptonite's channel and share that into chat as well. Spinner is Kryptonite's choice. And that on the line. Going for that early mid-drive boost, that little dab of the brake or handbrake. The lights do flash. Not sure if they do with the handbrake. Nicely through the corner, just gaining the traction nice and early as he pulls on through just ahead. So I've got some nice boost down the landing and through the straight though, just pulling back level through the corner. Slightly tighter line does allow Kryptonite to just inch ahead as Syrod, cleaner line into the Spinner prop. Did just take the lead and extend away. Good brake boost from Kryptonite, clearly matched by Syrod as he held the lead nice and smooth, and good clean entrance from both into the tube. Pull that camera back just a touch. Oh, sugar. That's the one. Put that away a second. We'll just watch the action clear as you like while I grab this link. Please do like and subscribe to Syrod. See him coming through the loop, about to come over the jump. Syrod, you can see, took that nice wide entry, barely missing the barrier, allowing him to carry the speed nice and wide through the corner. There it is. Lovely cut. Down slightly early from Kryptonite, able to carry the speed into the tube really cleanly. Just pulling ahead there of Syrod. Syrod though, closing back in. Good brake boost too. Double. And really matching the speed and just overtaking with the higher revs on for a top race. Lovely tube line, but a clean exit line from Syrod. A lovely corner from both. Kryptonite with the trademark wall smash, we all know from Jack. Syrod though, so low, just undercutting Kryptonite, now knowing what he's going to have to do on the next lap. Syrod also caught that brake boost. You can see the brake mark or skid mark on the track ahead. Can I not have the lead? Okay, do it like this. Little slide on the entry, corrected it so quick, barely losing any speed. Caught the early curve, trying to maximise the revs. You can see Syrod is catching the boosts as well and the brake boost, but on this occasion Kryptonite is just closing in the higher revs, then being maintained and extended by the loop line and a tube boost, just inching back, clawing in Syrod's lead. Again, just a slight slide, slowing the car for the corner. It could be the slight lag between me being the spectator and them as the driver. So it just displays ever so slightly differently than they see it. Nice, clean Looks like Kryptonite landing a little bit shorter than Syrod, trying to maximise the speed to carry through the corner, but slide, going to diminish that. Nice curve at the anti-apex there by Kryptonite to get the car back up to speed. Pulls hard to the right. Oh, that is clean! That was clean and tight. That was a risky move. If he'd have got it just a little bit less sharp to the right, I think that would have gained a significant amount of time there. With how hard he has pulled back into the tube, it just lost that gain. But that was a lovely cut, a lovely cut, and a lovely attempt at closing the gap up. Lovely through the corner, Syrod holding the lead, nice and tidy into the wall smash, again trademarked, as I know, by my man Marine Jack. Grab this, copy that. And there we go, I am now all good to go on sharing this. Whew. But yeah, it's been a fantastic first 2 laps here on Spinner. Long may it continue. Syrod is holding the lead. It has closed up again ever so slightly from that slight miscalculation on that transition across over the big jump. Lovely line. It pulls down slightly sharper on this occasion. I do believe that was a slight bit of lag displaying as he went across the sign. And you can see just closing in, reining the lead of Syrod in. But Syrod early on the boost line, pulls through the loop, nice and clean. Just inching back away. But clean lines, extra, a little bit of curb from Kryptonite, matches the speed. Big slide from Syrod. Kryptonite got so close to that building, I went quiet for a second. They're not even in the passing. Oh boy, it's tense and I love it. Over the jump. There we go. Game lovely, it's good and aggressive. It seems a little bit less sharp, needs less adjustment into the tube. Syrod just connected with it. We just saw it from Kryptonite's perspective, and that is going to hand it, I believe, unless there's a big mistake further on at the jump. It did look like the lead was about to maybe swing back into Kryptonite's advantage, and Syrod maybe catching it and seeing out the corner of his own eye, with us being able to see Syrod, maybe just pushed a little bit too hard and didn't allow the car enough traction. Kryptonite very wisely playing it safe. We can hear Syrod coming over the boosts behind. I don't think we're going to quite catch the landing from Syrod here. We do. There's a touch of a slide, and it does go Syrod's way, well, Kryptonite's way, after that unfortunate incident with the collision into the tube. Hello, Mobbin. How are you going, fella? And what a race from both Azzy and Alex. That was a good battle. Holy fat poop. Yeah. Not just yet, Alex. Let me pull up the bracket and I'll have a little look at who your opponent will be. So your opponent will be Max Wine and Weed or Fuckstain. They've not arranged their match yet. They are in a message group together. And then as soon as they've done that battle, I'll stick you in a message with them, and then you guys will have like enough time to complete the message. The matchup, if that makes any sense. Has seen it go to 2-1 in Kryptonite's favour with the way things stand. We are on to East Coast. Or Max. Max Wine and Weed ain't no slow boy. Fox is in for a bit of a challenge. Max can pull his punches. I know he's had Luke a little bit scared in the past when they've come up against each other. Yeah, that was very unlucky. As Ventura says, Syrod with the sad emoji from Rescue. Oh, okay, if you have fucked. Oh, yeah, so I see, I missed the if. You know me, I get really defensive over my races. You're all more skilled than me, that's all that matters. Lovely, through the line. Clear brake boosts from both. Really extending that jump out over the checkpoint. Lovely curbs, extra curb as well from Syrod. Nice speed through the corner, closes the gap towards the hill. Now, both taking the corner on the first lap. Maybe seeing where the land lies on the second and third. Wise, in my opinion. And while I do have a few of you goat boys in the chat, the goat and the Nova guys as well in that matter, the goat v Nova battle 6, been double checking that I am good to commentate it and all that sort of stuff. What is the date of it? Is it this Saturday or the 12th? And like, estimation on time sort of thing. Syrod with heavy water getting hung up nastily does feel the need to go into the wall ride, but it's a little late and it compounds the issue to 14th. Okay, I think that's a Monday. I'll let you guys have a quick little think about that. We'll sit with Kryptonite as he comes through the tube, strong lead, and Syrod may be feeling he needed to catch up some of that lost time from the water, headed. Is the November 14th a Saturday? Oh, it is, yeah. Lovely. Perfect. As I was saying, Syrod feeling needed to gain that lost time to the water with the wall ride. Did end up coming just a touch too late. Came roughly off the curbs. You can see Syrod is already on the straight behind, about to come over that jump. So the gap really not as large as I thought it would be, given the respawn. In a prime position to... Oh, we did just see on the mini-map. Syrod had to respawn, tap of the horn, knowing he's now able to rest a little easier. Through lots of water, pulls aggressively to the left to make sure the jump doesn't skew with him off to the right. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we will be bringing you a commentated crew battle on the 14th between Nova and Goat. As teams become known, I'll get in touch with you guys and find that sort of stuff out so I can make the title cards up and stuff. That'll be one that I will be back on PC for. I've got my new cables ordered, boys. They arrive on Monday. Lovely. Over the curbs and over the line, a 2:04.326. A 2:11.646 with that mistake on that first lap wall ride. Really showing Syrod's speed on the rest of the track. Would have lost a good 6 to 7 seconds to the respawn, and then whatever time was lost to the water too, he did feel he needed to gain. Big slide into the corner. Lands down on the jump. Syrod again, already coming round the corner, about to come over the jump. Gap diminished again. Syrod must be catching some of these wall rides really clean. Shortening the gap, but Kryptonite, knowing it's all nice and safe, just able to take good, clean, safe lines, keeping his own speed but taking nothing too risky. Water wreaking a little bit of havoc, but feathering the throttle to make sure the revs are kept nice and smooth. Heads up the hill, went for the brake boost at the bottom. I believe we did hit the squeal of the tyres. We are going to pop back to Syrod. He's just coming up the straight. We'll just give him a second to flick through the wall ride. Oh, it looked like he needed to respawn. The gap was coming down. But it is going to be a little bit too much. It was a little bit too much to pull back. It has seen it go to 3-1. Tonight is waiting on the line. Syrod lining up for the wall ride, into it clean. Over the curb, not playing nice at all. Just pushing Syrod's car down. Kryptonite did just give that enough time for Syrod to get the respawn off, and then he crossed the line, making sure there was no issue with the DNF. That has seen it go 3-1. But it is a fantastic battle between the two. Is Syrod there getting really unfortunate with the water, and then it got slightly compounded with ever so slight late entry into the wall ride. 2:04.326 is the best lap, and the 6:28.456 in Kryptonite. Just a little bit too much for Syrod catch up on. You can see, even when the racers maybe don't, or just see the bricks as a part of the game you have to get on with, that maybe is the case with these two. We haven't seen them wait, but they do still have the respect to wait on the line and make sure there's no chance of the DNFing. It has been the same both ways. Syrod did take green machine due to the brick into the tube on the second lap, and then Kryptonite unable to rein it back in. It is a 3-1 in Kryptonite's favour, unholy. And then there was the brick to both on Maze Bank. Kryptonite was just able to inch himself back into the lead as they came down the final straight. But he didn't stop them racing. Really good start from Kryptonite there. Pulls through the corner and over the curb, missing that little extra buck of the curb as he came over nice and smooth. Gains the traction early round the corner and drifts underneath the ramp. Caught a brake boost and into the wall ride. Lovely and clean. We are going to pop back to Syrod, but Kryptonite has taken off like a rocket. It looked like Syrod, unfortunately, had a little accident with the exit on the wall ride. Kryptonite already heading out of the tube through that dangerous watery section. I'm not sure if there's a playlist tonight. I've not got any plans to host one myself this evening, but I'm sure Snail or somebody probably will do. Lazy or Jack. Ooh. But I've done quite a bit of racing myself today already, this afternoon, and while I was waiting for this after my dinner. So I might just have a nice chill night, maybe stick a film on. Have a bit of an early one for the Fox. I am an old boy after all. But yeah, there'll definitely be something on for sure. And if you don't see anything in the next half an hour, shout up. Say you'll have something, Alex. Lovely over the jumps. You can hear Kryptonite's engine behind roaring away. The water clearly there showing Syrod more than us. Lovely wall ride on this occasion from Syrod over the curb. Lovely too. Nice braking point, allowing the car to go around the corner, naturally carrying its momentum nicely. Nice and clean we are. As we've gone through the exit, gonna head on over to Kryptonite. Nice and smooth, catches the brake boost, and again two-wheel one as he lands on that banked blue. Feathers the throttle as he came down off that banked blue onto that white prop piece, limiting any chance of bricking there to a minimum. Lovely over the curbs. Yeah, with Heredia being, yeah, I think he means yours, but now you're back at school, Alex, you're not able to do it. Is we all enjoyed your afternoon playlist when we could get ourselves up and attending it. This European lot. Oh, Kryptonite a little bit early into the wall ride. Goes in for it again. Syrod coming down the straight, is doing a little barrel roll, I believe, over the ramp. Gap did shorten down. We've seen a 127.087 to the 128.193. Two really nice lap times. Only less than 3 seconds between Kryptonite and official's world record there. Official down to 24.4, I believe it is. Saw Luke break into the 26s recently. Kryptonite and Syrod as well, pushing nice and close through the tube line. Coming round the corner nice and tidy towards the finish line now. Just one corner remains. We'll pop back to Syrod. Pull my chat back up because my phone just closed. Little bap of the horn from Syrod. Say hello. Hello, Syrod, my dude. I did just cross the line there. Hey, my man Bala, how you going? I hope you're doing good. No, Six got a guess, but if it is that person, then they've got a bit of a reason for doing it, so I'm not going to reveal that myself. But I know that he'd be more than willing to have the chat with you. I'd be more than willing to have the chat with you too, but no, I've not really, other than Six guess at the moment. None the wiser if it is anybody other than he suggested, which is just a PC racer. From like a year or so ago, he said that he was more casual back then. He wasn't anywhere close to the world records and stuff, but he's come across to PlayStation and finds that the control setup and everything suits him a lot more than a keyboard, I guess. But me being me, I take things slightly as they're given to me. But I do get them slight GG-esque vibes off him. GG Starticus vibes. New top tier racer coming onto the scene. Yeah, he pops over. Hard Product does pop over from time to time, but it's Hard Product, yeah. But as Mobbin says, that was like mainly for testing purposes and stuff, and he wasn't like pretending to be anybody and try and shock us all like he introduced himself as Hard Product with the name Hard Product. Nice aggression over the curves, collecting that extra double dip. The only issue being so far is that initial cut into the tubes wasn't the cleanest it could have been. Nice and tidy. Lovely cut through the tube, just landing before that quarter mid-pipe metal line. It's a lovely low tube line, collecting all the boost. You can see the back end bobbing up and down, heavily drifting over the curb, nice and smooth. Syrod does hold the lead, does appear to have just inched away ever so slightly. Over the curb, brake boosting down the straight, missed the second. Through nice and clean. Have a look at the lap times. It's Kryptonite come across the line. Syrod does again appear to have inched away to 14.212, signifying there is just over 2.2 seconds between the two of them. Good clean line through, and it's a rough exit. Character switches to save himself. Again, that is totally allowed. That little black flick of the screen is as he's selected a Franklin or one of the other three characters and then cancels out of it. But that was really well caught. Realised he had flung himself a little bit too aggressively out, but just appreciate the catch. Nose down a little bit early. Let me just have a quick look and hard through. Nice and tidy. Lovely cut, lands straight down the middle of the tube. It was nice and low. Took the edge out of the height of the jump, good and clean. So lovely line, collecting all that boost again, just allowing the car to do the work. Little dab of the brakes. He comes through to the entry of the corner. Yeah, it's part of the reason why I have put it in for saves mobbing, because I know that a lot of you guys do it naturally, and in that situation I think it's fine, but I know a lot of people don't like it for gaining time and stuff, but for saving your life And with it being quite reflexed instinct, it's a mechanic there that you can use to save yourself. Why not take advantage of it? It's made me try and learn how to adapt to it. And hello, my man, BobX TV. Hope you're doing really well. Lovely entry into the tube by Syrod. Comes through the exit. It's good and clean. Over the curbs. Has to pull down low on the track to avoid that spinner prop. Goes in for the cut, nice and smooth. And yeah, that is the score, 4-1 to Kryptonite. Syrod does hold the lead here. Looking like he may be able to pull it back to 4-2. The slide though caught nice and quick, making sure no interaction with that barrier. Lands nice on the tube. But has adjusted the line slightly. Dab at the brakes. He's now going to get himself reset. Slightly slower through that corner and now back it up to speed over the curbs. Entering the tube, a little bit rough. The front left wheel just caught a little bit aggressively, but he's through the risky exit there. It's good and clean. Does look like at this point, unless Kryptonite gets some ungodly speed and breaks all known records on this track for this lap, is going to go Syrod's way. Bop, 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 bop. Lovely brake boosting over the curbs. Did miss that second one. Goes for the ramp skip, knowing he'd got the time to burn there. And we are going to skip on to Kryptonite. Yo, yo, everybody, from our man, Kerry Morgan / Drip. Nice tube-to-tube transition there. Gets onto that metal line. Lovely. And that is a 4-2 Kryptonite. Ventura, send me a message and we'll have a chat, and I want to know if it's the same as 6 guests. I won't reveal nothing, I promise, but please let me in. You know I love all these things. I'm so excited about Spartacus. Like, as long as they're being nice and respectful and all that, I love it. Trying to work it out. Being a detective. Oh. Yeah, it is 4-2 in Kryptonite's favour. Thank you, Ventura. You understand. Maybe we'll just put the, like, 3 or 4 of us in a little message. We'll have a little convo about it. You know, we don't have to reveal nothing for YouTube. Like, if it's certain people, I'm sure they've got fully valid reasons, nerves and all that such. Like, they maybe get into their own head and feel the pressure and all that sort of stuff. So, like, I fully get it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if it is the person 6 mentioned, then I wouldn't have any intention of necessarily revealing it. But man, do I love that kind of, like, stuff. Like, drama, shit drama, nah. Intrigue and detectiviness, yes. We have 2 races remaining. We have Gauntlet. I believe we have Canyon Crossing still to come. Just double check that. So yeah, we've got Gauntlet, which is up next. Kryptonite and Syrod on the line. And then from Syrod, we do also have Canyon Crossing. We've seen East Coast, H200 and Maze Bank. Syrod does have all of the work to do. Kryptonite knows all he really needs to do is win his own track here, and that will see off the competition. Lovely over the curbs. Syrod has held position nicely since Kryptonite gained that slight early advantage. Syrod did gain extra boost off that curb there, though the D8 kicking up a little hard off the curb at the top of the hill, meaning Syrod couldn't apply full turning straight away. Let me just double check this. Through the tube line, Kryptonite has edged away just a touch more of a lead. Comes through the tube, you can see Kryptonite stuck to that high line on the right wall. But it's a nice exit from both. Syrod's corrected the car in the air, really nice, and that has shortened the gap somewhat there. Syrod got a lower exit. Kryptonite's maybe carried more speed and a little cleaner to the eye. Syrod's overall clearly that touch a little bit quicker and did close the gap up into the tube wall. Oh, Syrod disconnects, loses all traction and is now having to use gravity. Hey, Tyrese, my man, enters the chat, and we've got Lazy back. Hope you all are doing really well. Come on, Wilfred Bowley, score some goals for Swansea. We too wide, wide, wide. There we go. For Ty, from Ty. Straight to your ears, Ventura. Under the underpass, nice and clean. You can see Syrod has fallen a significant distance behind with that tube disconnect. Speed Kryptonite was able to gain as he drove down the tube wall. Able to play it slightly safer with the barriers. Again, just knowing, just needs the race win to confirm his place in the next round. Doesn't need to go super risky, but gets a good low cut out of the tube, down to the track, nice and early. That was good and clean. No, I've not seen Fernie in a while. He's not responded to my PS4 messages either, and the car there did try to buck up on the back end. I have tried to see if I can pique his interest in a little bit of racing on PC, but at the same time doing it in my non-pressured way, because I know he is busy. I think he's got his studies and stuff, and stuff's the way it is here, it's not going to be overly pleasant in Spain. No, that's why there's no pressure from me, Venture. I get stuff comes up, man. Going over that black line, nice and clean. But hopefully he does know, as you all do, that you are always welcome back from myself. Fernie was one of my meanie brothers, though. He was one of the first to give me a severe ass whooping on the track in the 1v1 situation. Yeah, I think we call him Fern Mr. 54E, don't we? 2:53.250 on the first lap on Kryptonite, almost 30 seconds between the two, and down to a 51.939. Good, lovely to know. Nice and smooth, pulling himself wide round to the exit to get onto the curb. Nice and aggressive. Again, gets all four wheels across it really clean. We have sat with Kryptonite here for a while since that disconnect from the tube, just to try and allow Syrod the chance to settle into the drive. He is the one with the work to do, but Kryptonite being good and consistent here, taking a slightly safer exit on this occasion, carries the speed really nice, gets nowhere near the edge of the track, but just took it slightly higher, not wanting to take the risk with going underneath. Again, the D8 did look like it attempted to brick itself there. Through the line, back end of the D8, chasing that brake boost, and there you can see it's just after you hit the boost, slam on the brakes, and you can get that brake boost effect. We heard it in the last 1v1 he did against Tyrese. We heard that squeal of the tyres. It's going to have to character switch. He does it. There was no blinking of the screen on this occasion. He catches the car in the air really nice, and we are going to flick on over and see where Syrod is as we're coming into the back end of the track. But again, a really nice clean save to save any further time loss. Yeah, it's a little sneaky bastard, that brake boost, because it's just after the boost. The back end of the D8, like, I think we all know the back end does lift off slightly, and that is the way we take advantage of the brake boost. But fuck me, it's a little sneaky one. But I just, like, all I heard the other night is I'd looked down as he went through the boost, and I heard the tyre squeal, and I was like, I'm pretty sure he just brake boosted. Cheeky son of a bitch. Nice and tidy through to the exit of the tube, over the curbs. We have seen Kryptonite wait up the line, and that is going to see it go to 5-2. Five, two. We have one race remaining. Kryptonite has confirmed that 2:55.498 was the best lap so far. Um, 2:51.939 stays the best lap, but Syrod brings it down to 2:53.674. Tonight was just a touch too strong. Yeah, we've started throwing in a couple of customs recently to each playlist again. But I'd just feel free to go with what you like, Alex. As people are being really supportive at the moment, attending quickly and getting themselves back into it. We'll see, and it looks like we are going to see them play out the race, but huge GGs to both of the guys. Thanks to them both from myself for allowing me, and to everyone else in the competition, and to all the previous 1v1 participants for allowing me the opportunity to commentate on all of these matches and crew battles and everything else. I thoroughly do appreciate it, and then the support that's been given to the channel and the 1v1s and crew battles is insane. Thank you all very much. Congratulations on this occasion. Are going to be heading to Kryptonite's way. Syrod, unfortunately, my man, lovely corner, though, able to carry more speed through. Stick up with the exit. It's a little bit too thin. Oh, look, he did seem to apply the correct reversing power, but it just did not take the traction quick enough. Lovely through the line again in this D8. This is what gave us sick. His main clue on who it could be was another big fan of the D8 out there. That is all I'll reveal on that. Customs or remakes are always welcome. To my opinion, we need as much variety as we can get. Exactly, I do fully get that we want the leaderboards as well to get the times and to push. Then it's always nice. Like, I love certain tracks, like Green Machine, being able to run that in muscle cars, for example, and Pier Race in sports. East Coast in the GTO is lovely, and it's the treat. The curb is holding the lead, catches that brake boost on the bottom of the straight, comes through nice and clean. It's a good clean ramp skip, gets the front wheel just lifted up over and then pushes it down to pull the rest of the car up and over, nice and tidy. Nice over the bumps. Don't think he attempted the brake boosts there. Four for four. Say it, lol. No, it's could be a pretty sound shout you've had there, Alex. That's all I'll say. Nice and tidy, but again, I really don't have any clue. And like, I'm not going to push the issue. I'm not going to message Jacob and ask or anything at this point anyway. It's nice and tidy into a wall ride. A little bit rough on the exit, and the wheels do just drift over. We'll have a quick glance back. That's down to you, Alex. Nothing to do with me. I don't need to know the answer either. I do like my touch of mystery. If it's a hard no, then that will help my detective work. But a hard yes, like I say, I like my mystery. Don't think it's Jacob, but I do think that it's someone from PS4. Ooh. Oh, into and out of the wall ride, a little bit high, little dolphin-esque, as I occasionally do myself. It looks like Kryptonite's just gone through the first corner. We will flick on over quickly, see if we can catch ramp skip. We catch the second ramp skip. It'll take an awfully long time to load in. Comes through the corner set, nice and clean. Feathers the throttle. Put himself through into the tube. okay, I might as well tell you it's hot. If only I'd been able to show that when I'm not sat commentating I could focus well enough to race at this level. Let alone commentating. Nice and tidy. Like you meant to collect the boosts. Again, but to just miss out and pulling out in time for the exit. We are going to pop back on over to Syrod, see what we can see from himself. Again, I will be offering my congratulations to Kryptonite. Has progressed through 6-2. Syrod, commiserations and unlucky on this occasion, fella. Your next opponent will be between Max Wine and Weed. Their match is still to happen in the losers bracket from this round. Syrod unfortunately didn't make it out of the exit in time. And then there is the match between Max Wine and Weed or Fuckstain and Heredia. So your opponent will be Heredia or one of them two. Your match is maybe just a week or two off. Oh, the car bucks wildly on the landing. Did require the late respawn after just drifting over. Catches the ramp skip nice and short this time. And just stopping at the top, making sure Kryptonite knows. There we go. Syrod, as I say, has fallen into the losers bracket, and as I say, the opponent will be Heredia or Max Wine and Weed or Fuckstain, depending on who makes it through between their matches. Kryptonite next opponent will be Lulu Chum or Biz. So we've got some big battles incoming. We are down to the quarterfinals of the winners bracket. That will be the semis. Thank you all very, very much, guys, for tuning in. It has gone 6-2 in Kryptonite's advantage. Kryptonite's next opponent, Lulu Chum or Biz. Syrod will be Heredia, Fuckstain or Max Wine and Weed. Heredia is already through into that match between whoever wins between Max Wine and Weed and Fuckstain. But that is it from me from tonight. Thank you all, and Good night. Good boy.